may be live, but I'm going to give it just a minute till Facebook says we're live. Hello, everyone. It is your girl, Valerie Priester, your business coach to female life coaches, helping you go from overwhelmed to profits in your coaching business. I have to get used to saying your business mindset coach, right? Because that's my jam. That's what I do. So anyway, I'm here today. It's Thursday. I'm super duper excited that we are here for another episode of Business by Design. And let me check to make absolute certain that I am live and in the right place before I start rambling on about the topic of today. So I am live. I see myself. If you are here, if you come in the room, make sure that you say hello so that I can see you and I can say hello. I need to adjust my camera. I think it's a little too high. There we go. So I can say hello to you and we can greet one another just as we would if you came into my living room, right? So today and this month, we're going to talk about systems. And I know that, usually when you say systems, people get afraid because then they start thinking about, oh my goodness, technology and, all the different systems that you need in your business. I will say, yes, you do need systems in your business, and there are a lot of them, right? Now, you may hear some people say, oh, well, you only need one system, get one system that does everything. I've always been kind of afraid of putting all my eggs in one basket, right? Not so much afraid, but leery of putting all my eggs in one basket and saying this one system is going to do everything. Because what happens when that one system crashes and burn? Then it's like your business may crash and burn, right? So it's not, I don't think it's a good idea to put everything into one system and call that one system your be-all, end-all. But let me be clear about the types of systems that I'm going to be talking about this month. And these are systems that will help you to start to generate income in your business, not just the operations of your business, right? So you hear people say all the time, and you hear, all of the advertisements, all of the hoopla and the rah-rah about, making it to that six-figure mark. Everybody wants to make it to that six-figure mark. I have to admit, I was there too, wanted to make it to that six-figure mark, right? And I said to myself, I would not feel like I had arrived or become successful until I hit that mark, right? Well, it took some years of really just getting super clear on, what I desired from my business, how I wanted my business to look, for me to just kind of back up and stop thinking so much about that number, that six-figure number, but more about how is it that I want to operate my business? How do I want to operate in my business, right? How much do I want to work? And so, to be honest, and let you guys know, even when I hit the six-figure mark, it was like I didn't even really realize it until I one day was looking back at my financials and going, wait, it happened, right? So it's a big deal, yes. It's something to celebrate, yes. But let me just be honest and say this too. It requires work. And not that it requires you to, to overwork yourself or to burn yourself out or to, hustle and grind 24/7, because I'm not about that life at all, right? But it does require work on your part. It does require effort on your part. It requires you to have a plan, have a strategic plan, have, in place strategies and techniques and, things that you will implement in order to reach the six-figure mark. It's not going to just fall out of the sky, right? You have got to have a plan and you've got to be strategic, right? If you remember way back at the beginning of the year, I said that my 3 words this year were intentional, strategic, and action, right? Those things go hand in hand. When you're intentional about what it is you're trying to accomplish, and then you're strategic with a plan that can help you accomplish that, and you take action on that plan, it is bound to happen for you. And it's the same for reaching that six-figure mark, okay? So I'm going to talk about systems, 3 systems that you absolutely must have. I don't care where you are in your business, if you're just starting out, if you've been in business for, 5 to 10 years, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you don't have these 3 key systems in your business operating and running efficiently, then you're missing out, and you're probably leaving a lot of money on the table, and you're probably missing out on a lot of potential clients that you could be serving but you're not able to attract those clients or get those clients to come in and really hire you as their coach because you don't have these three systems in place. Okay, so throughout the month, I'm going to go way more in depth to cover the three systems, but today I'm just going to give you like the overview of what these three systems are and how they really impact your business and your bottom line in your business. All right, so number one, let me just give you the three. So the three systems you need is you need a system for discovery. You need a system for building relationships. And then you need a system to make sales. So a discovery system, relationship building system, and a sales system. Now within each of those, there are many different ways that you can structure your system and create your system. And there's many different systems that you can put in place that will help you to be able to reach that six-figure mark. Or really, let's be honest, to reach any income in your business. Because, you know, a lot of times I see coaches that have been in business for 2 or 3 years and you're still not generating any real income in your coaching business, right? So if you have not reached, let's say, the $5,000 mark in your business a month, if you haven't reached the $1,000 mark in your business a month, it's probably because you're missing some pieces or all of one of these three systems. These three systems are key components to you being able to actually bring in clients in your business and make money in your coaching business. All right. So I'm going to cover them, like I said, in depth all month. So today I'm just kind of giving you the highlight on the three systems. Again, that's a discovery system, a relationship building system, right? And a sales system. So let's talk a little bit about the discovery system. Well, it is just like it sounds. It is just what it says it is, a discovery system. This is the system by which people will discover you and your business, right? So it's not enough for you to just throw up a shingle and say, I'm in business, I'm a coach, hire me. Right? There's more to that than this. And it's not enough for you to throw up a pretty website and just say, oh, I got a pretty website up. Hire me as your coach, right? It's not enough for you to just post on social media day in and day out and say that you're a coach. Hire me as your coach, right? There has to be a strategic plan and system in place that you use with consistency that will bring in the visibility that you need for people to be able to discover you. All right. And so we're going to talk next week on 5 different systems that, or different, let me say different techniques or strategies that you can use as your discovery systems so that people can get to know who you are, who you serve, what you do, right? What you stand for, all of those things about you and your coaching business. If they don't know that, if they don't discover that about you, then it's almost impossible for them to hire you because it's kind of like you're the best kept secret, right? And for a lot of you, that's where you are. You're hiding behind your computer, you're hiding behind your pretty website, you're hiding behind your emails that you're sending out, if you're sending any, right? And you're just hiding out, but you're not really visible for people to see and discover you, right? So we're going to talk about 5 different strategies that you can use as your discovery system so that people can discover you and how great you are and how much you can really help them. That's what your discovery system is about. All right. The next one is the relationship building system. So it is exactly what it says, building relationships. A lot of times, you know, you think that you got to spend money on advertising, right? That Facebook ads are great. They work. I'm 100% sold on the fact that they work and they work very well, especially if you have someone that is an expert in setting those up for you and running them for you and managing them and, you know, doing all the things that they need to do to make certain that the ad is effective. Facebook ads are phenomenal, right? But is that all you need? No, you still need to build a relationship, right? It's not about just advertising, I am a coach and I'm here and I can help you and I can do this and I can do that. It is about building relationships. And so within this system, we're going to talk about probably 4 or 5 different things and different strategies that you can use to build relationships. You have heard it said over and over and over again. People need to get to know, like, and trust you. And the only way that they can do that is if you are building relationships, right? It's not just, again, about hanging out your sign and saying, I'm a coach and I can help you live your best life. No one really cares about that because they don't know you yet, right? And so you've got to learn how to use a relationship building system and use it with consistency so that people get used to interacting with you. People, build relationships with you. I mean, I've been doing Facebook Lives, doing this business by design for several years now. And I remember, when my fur baby was living, Mr. Benji, people knew Mr. Benji. Why? Because I built relationships with people in this community, with people that are on my email list, right? Because they've seen pictures of Mr. Benji in my emails. They know that I am a real person. I'm not just someone hiding behind a computer saying I'm a coach and I can help you. So you have to build relationships. Sometimes you get afraid of putting too much out there and being too vulnerable or too transparent, and I don't want to share my business and all of that stuff. Well, you don't have to air all of your laundry, but people need to know and understand that you're a real person, right? They need to know that you live this life just like they do, and that maybe you've gone through some things and you've overcome some things, you've conquered some things the same as they desire to do, and that's how they can resonate with you because now they're getting to know you, right? All about relationships, building relationships, right? One of the things that I see people do a lot is follow, these different programs and techniques that people are teaching that, go on LinkedIn and send private messages, right? Do a search for your ideal client and then just send them these private messages and say, hey, I saw that we kind of like some of the same things, or I saw that we serve some of the same people. That's my alarm to eat. That we serve some of the same people, or, any of that. And then, right away you jump into saying, hey, I'd love to give you a free discovery call or whatever. That's not building relationship, right? When I see those messages come through on LinkedIn, I always delete them. Why? Because I don't know that person yet. That person has not built a relationship with me, but they're trying to market to me. They're trying to sell something to me within an inbox, and they don't even know me. They don't even know me. So that is not how you build relationships. The third one is a sales system. Right? You got to make sales. If you're not making sales, if you're not, people aren't hiring you and you're not generating income in your business, you really don't have a business. That's just cold hard truth, right? A business generates income. And so if you're not doing that, if no one is hiring you, if no one is, saying, I am willing to pay you for your services, for your programs, for whatever it is that you offer, then you really don't have a sustainable, viable business. Right? You're just playing with a hobby. And so in order for you to generate income in your business, you need to have a sales system. So I'm going to cover several different techniques and strategies and sales, ways that you can create your sales system during this month as well. That's going to be, I think, week 3. I'm going to be talking about the sales systems. But next week we're going to cover the discovery systems. I'm going to give you 5 of them. 5 strategies and techniques that you can use as a discovery system, again, so that you can start generating clients and income and getting people to know who you are and what you do, right? So your sales system, of course, that's like the last piece of the puzzle to the 6-figure, potential of earning in your business, is that you've got to have a sales system in place. You have to. And you've probably heard, at least one of them is the sales funnel. You probably heard people talk about that before, and for a lot of my clients, when they come to me, I know that their eyes just kind of glaze over with, oh my God, what is a sales funnel? What do I need to do? How do I put that together? There's so many pieces. There's this, there's that, and there's so much confusion, around how to really create one that's effective. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that when we get to that particular system, the sales system, and help you really understand how simple it is to implement an effective sales system and all of the pieces that you need to put together in order for that to happen, right? It's not difficult, but you really just need to know and understand what is the objective, what is the outcome that you're really looking for, and how do you accomplish that with the pieces when you put them together. What I find a lot of times is that people don't really know what all the pieces are, and then even if they know some of the pieces, they don't know how to put them together so that it creates these systems, your discovery system, your relationship building system, and your sales system, so that it can generate a real income in your coaching business. right? I see it all the time. It's like they come, people come to me and they're like, oh, I heard about this and I heard I need to have this or this system or that system, but I don't know what that is. I don't know what's included in that, right? So I'm going to break all that down for you this month and really help you understand what you can use in each of these, again, simple, proven systems that you must have in your coaching business if you're looking to generate income in your business and if you're looking to have a real viable business. All right? So that is our design, business by design today. So join me next week and we're going to go in depth with at least, I think it's five strategies that I'm going to share with you next week on how you can create your discovery system. Okay? 5 strategies that you can use to be able to do that, and I'll walk you through, step by step and tell you what the pieces are and, give you some information on how to put those together. But here's the other thing, right? If you need help, that's what this group was created for, is ask a question, right? Ask a question. And if you need help, you can always schedule a call and let's talk about where you are, what you have in place, right? I can help you really look at, what you have in place, what's missing, what's the gap, what is not there that you need in order to really generate income in your coaching business so that you can get to 6 figures, right? 6 figures it's not difficult to get to. Right? It's not a huge number that, is unobtainable. It's not. It really requires a strategy. That's all. Because when you break it down, 6 figures, we're talking about $100,000 a year, right? When you break that down, you're talking about $8,000, I think it's $333 a month. $8,000 a month, right? And so if you are offering a coaching program, right, or a coaching package, or offering your coaching services, if you are pricing them properly, it should not take you long to generate $8,000 a month. It should not be difficult for you to generate $8,000 a month. But I will say this: if you are charging well below your value and your worth, I hate to say worth because you can't put a price on your worth, but value, the value that you bring, if you're charging low fees and you're afraid to raise your fees, right, it will be difficult for you to hit $8,000 a month. But if you're pricing everything properly, if you're giving the value that you need to give, if you have your coaching programs and your services structured the way that they need to be structured in order for your clients to get real results, and you put the right price tag on it, it's easy to do. It's really easy to do. Think about this. If you have a coaching program or package or service that you're offering and you offer that service at $4,000, $4,000, how many clients do you need to get $8,000 a month? 2. Just 2, right? You don't need 100. You don't need 1,000. You can't even serve 100. Can't even serve 1,000, right? And so it's really knowing how to, again, put those pieces together and really have a strategy and understand what it is that you need to do in order to generate 6 figures. These 3 systems you have to have in your business. You have to have a discovery system. You have to have a relationship building system. And you must have a sales system. All right? So stay with me this month. That's what we're going to be talking about. Like I said, next month we're going to go in depth with the discovery system. I'm going to give you 5 strategies that you can use as a discovery system so that you can start generating real income in your coaching business so that people get to know who you are, what you do, right? And who you help. That's what discovery is all about. All right? That's it for today. Woohoo! I hate to try to rush through things, but I got another call coming up and I wanted to make sure that I covered everything that I had in my notes. Remember, if you need help with this, if you just need, another pair of eyes to look over your systems, like you think you have these 3 systems in place, but you're not sure, schedule a call with me. I will be happy to look at what you have going on in your business and how it's either working or not, and offer you at least some actionable steps that you can take right off the call, right? And really start to tweak what you're doing so that you can become a coach that is making money as opposed to one that is struggling. Okay? That's what I want for you. I don't want you to struggle. All right? That is it for today. We'll see you next week for another episode of Business by Design. We'll be back here Thursday, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. See you next time, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.